welcome.
Hey, everybody. Happy St. David's Day from
Happy
here.
Happy St. David's Day, mate. Yeah, get them Welsh cakes out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right, so we've got one person viewing. I'm just going to share this, and if you are watching, if you want to click share as well, I'm just going to share the link on Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. But yeah, we've got some bits to chat about today. Welcome, everybody. Let's just get this shared. And where is it? Why isn't it coming there? No.
The same as you. I'm sharing on mine.
You are?
I'm sharing on mine as well. So.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to jump on it now. But yeah, so again, we're live. It's live and uncut on Monday. And we're just going to be bringing you some chats again. We're going to be launching some bits today that we spoke about last week. We're going to answer all of your questions. So make sure you get your questions in. And yeah, we'll just have a good chat. Last week was really good. We really loved helping you guys out. And from that, we've come up with an idea of how we can help you further. So yeah, when Ian's finished sharing, I'm going to then share, and then Ian can have a little chat about today as well. So it is the 1st of March, pinch punch and all that, and yeah, we'll just here's some comments coming in. I'll jump on them now. So Jade, hey Jade from last week, excited for this.
Jade, how are you again?
Here's my mum. Hey mum.
I love you, mum.
Here is Sam. Hello Sam, how are we doing? If we could all share this. Happy St. David's Day, Ian.
Thank you.
And then Jade is saying hiya. So if you could just chat, have you finished sharing, Ian?
Then all done. I'm ready to go.
If you could just yeah, carry on. I'm just going to share it. And
so today is quite a special day because it's not only St. David's Day, but this is something Paul and I've been working on for probably the last year or so. But the last few weeks have been really, really like it's caught fire, Paul, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So it's kind of meant to be. And last week we had the final push through, and everything's come through for us in a great way. So today we're launching an education platform, which is brand new to both of us. Paul, as you know already, is like really, really great at YouTube and the content of YouTube, the stuff he's producing. So we're aiming to create an education platform that does exactly the same, but it's like quite unique because of the way it's set out and the intention behind it. It's not just making you a better hairdresser, just cutting hair or coloring hair. It's about the whole process. It's about building a clientele, making more money. It's about being more complete and giving you a pathway to whatever you want to do in the industry. We've both been there. We've both experienced it. We've both met with frustrations. We've both overcome hurdles to get to where we are and what we're doing. And this is how we want to share it, because it is simpler than you think, but people mistake simple for being a bit easy. And it's not easy, but it is simple, and it's a simple format and how you work and how if you want to grow in the industry, if you want to earn good money, if you want to turn over, and have a great salary, then this is the way to do. So Paul, I wanted to tell us about we've got 3 levels, right?
Yeah, we have. So let's just talk about the ethos, the mantra of what hustled means. So hustled, like behind me, I talk about hustling all the time, and I remember going back to like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and where Uncle Phil was a pool hustler. And that was like sort of like a negative effect that I felt when I was younger, that everyone's seen hustling as like you were trying to hustle people out of something positive. But over recent years, it's all changed, and the word hustle is more positive. It's seen as a way that we can really dictate our life and make us move in the direction that we want to go by hustling every day. Basically, hustling is just keep on moving, and that's what we're here to share with you. So hustled means hairdressers understanding skills that level up education, which spells hustled. And that's the sort of thing that we're really behind, about helping hairdressers level up their skill based and just get into that next level. Whether you're an apprentice and you want to get to that qualified stylist, or whether you're a qualified stylist, you want to get to senior stylist, you're that business owner that wants to take control of their business, or you're that high-level stylist that wants to become platform artist, educator, online educator, social media superstar. We've done a lot. We have done a lot of it, and we've done it over different periods and everything like that, haven't we? Really?
Different periods. You're trying to tell me I started like 30 years ago? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. But like,
you see, there are changes. So, but like, I wouldn't have been able to change and evolve without meeting people like you. I mean, we both worked with the great brand Joico, and I know there's a lot of young people in Joico, and if I hadn't met them, then I wouldn't have evolved to where I am now. And I think it's about this constant evolution. You never stop learning. You're always kind of making sure that you're doing the right things. You're always kind of being open, I suppose. And part of the hustle is about not just being a busy fool, but actually setting yourself a target and a goal and continuously working towards it. So a hustle, fantastic. I love the branding's great. Hustle is all about creating the mindset and the attitude to go after your goals, to step up, to plan out what you need to do, but also, bring into your equation whoever you need to support you. So, Paul, I know we have 3 levels.
Yep.
I want you to talk to me about the first level. So the first level is like the rising star. So this is a biggie, I think. And there's nothing like this in the industry right now, I don't believe, the way we're going to present it. So I'm really excited about this. And I'm excited about all of them, if I'm honest. But I think this is just so unique especially for the young assistants, for the people who are aspiring to become stylists and so on. So let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah. And I think where to start with it is that we just want to be here for everybody in offering some form of advice, which is where Live and Uncut was born. Me and Ian, we had to step up our game. We had to become online educators during this period, and this was something that was born from that, really, wasn't it, Ian?
Yeah, I think we both had the same thing. So that's all we wanted to do, was to add value to whatever people were doing.
Yeah.
Can we give you more value? Can we give you more understanding? Can we help you to become better? That's all it was, Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Live and Uncut is always going to be here every Monday. But what we're going to be doing, like we did last week. We did last Wednesday as a midweek sort of Q&A. So that was a bit of a teaser as to what we have planned. We're going to be offering lives, which is Ian's going to do haircuts. I'm going to do colors. We're going to do Q&As. We're going to do formulation hours. We're going to do how to plan out head sheets on these lives in the midweek, and they're going to be on Tuesdays. So let's talk about the levels that Ian is alluding to. And the first one is Rising Star. And basically that is for apprentices or newly qualified hairdressers that want to level up their game, which is what our hustled branding is all about. Mm-hmm. So what you'll get is we are creating a hustled club, which is going to be a private Facebook group that when you join one of these levels, you get automatic entrance to. But you get monthly newsletters. So it's going to be a trend-led newsletter. And what that will do is it will really assist you in being able to get into your salon, get into your college, and really understand what they're trying to teach you with haircutting, coloring, and styling. And that newsletter will give you the trends for that month to be able to put sort of your ideas onto a mannequin head or onto a client. And then you'll also get access to our weekly live event, which is only for our hustled club.
Yeah. One thing I would like to say about that is that it's no good just being the same as the crowd. And so the only way you can step away from the crowd is by actually creating your own personal calling card. I like to call it a calling card. So it's whatever you do to become noticed. And a lot of people do it through their careers and don't know they're actually doing it. But we are going to give you a formula in the Hustle Club of how to create your own calling card so that people notice you by what you are doing and why you stand out from the crowd. Because it's easy to get lost in a crowd, whether you're in a college, whether you're in a salon or whatever, and a young person. But creating a calling card doesn't mean that you have to be shouting the loudest or talking the loudest. It's about what you do that gets you noticed. And that calling card is the keystone to the Rising Star formula.
Love that.
I love that.
We will link it all below this video, how to gain access to it all. But we have our next level, which is the Salon Superstar.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a really good one because we've both been there, you know, wanting to make a difference in the salons we've worked in.
Yeah.
We've both been ambitious, both been, and we've both had experiences of not being possibly recognized or being overlooked and things.
Yeah.
And so that gives you that determination or then knowing how to pivot from that point and actually turn that into a positive rather than a negative. And I think that's where a lot of stylists find themselves in salons, not being able to pivot and not being able to change how they then face with adversity, how they deal with it, and then how they move forward. And I think this is what we want to do and what we want to create is giving people who feel undervalued or feel that they aren't being recognized a pivot point to turn and be a force to be reckoned with and to be, you know, to be really valued within any team.
Definitely. And that's what led us to sort of put this plan together for the Salon Superstar, is because we all want to be there. And if you find it quite difficult to see how to get there, this is the perfect level for you to jump on.
Paul, isn't it? So complete, you know, so, it's to each individual person as well. So we're not just saying, "Oh, this one size fits all." You know, we will listen to your needs. We listen to what your concerns are, and we'll give you the best answers and the best way to move forward. You just have to trust us because we've done it and we've been there.
Yeah, yeah. And that is it. It's a tested formula as to how to get to the highest salon stylist and then progress onwards. So again, you'll get access to our Hustled Club. You'll get a monthly trend report, so you can take that into the salon and really either share it with your clients, become the salon educator, where you can share it amongst your peers. You get full access to all our videos, our video libraries. And then there'll be head sheets that we will be giving you. So everything that we use for our lives and for our salon work, we'll have as head sheets. So you'll get those in your inbox as well. You'll get our formulations for creating the colors that we do. And you'll also get to participate in our weekly live, which is a little bit different because the apprentice, we want them to really just watch it and understand where we're going. But when you are a Salon Superstar, we want you to come on board with this group, with this club, and start to participate with the live. So we can bring you on as a guest. You could even one week be showing us what you've learned or things like that.
Yeah, it's kind of just holding your hand to become like part of the hustle group, really, and showing us what your hustle's all about. And you know, if we can learn any lessons from you, and what lessons can we share to the group? So it's like a whole support network, really, that everybody supports everybody else. It's a great culture, really positive, and we're making sure that, you know, everybody gets recognized, and everybody, if that's what you want, then we can provide you with that. We can give you a platform to be able to do that here and now, you know? Yeah. That's Laura. I see Laura. What Sags UK? That's definitely Laura.
Yeah. Hey, Laura. And then the limit. So we've actually got three levels, as Ian said. I've spoke to you about the first two. We have the top tier one, which is limited to 10 people, but we've limited it to 10 people at the beginning so we can see how it goes. And if there is a demand, we have got scope to be able to offer possibly 5 more spaces, possibly 10, but we want to see how it goes at the beginning.
I think in all honesty, we'll have to have a little bit of a wait. I do expect that to be quite full.
Yeah.
And I think we'll have to create a wait list for it.
Yeah.
Just because it is such a bespoke service, and it's called over the shoulder education, where, you know, we are mentoring you over your shoulder. We kind of like whispering in your ear and telling you what to do next and how to do it and kind of where to go. And you have complete disclosure from us on everything we do. So I think that is the beauty of the over the shoulder thing. It's total VIP service. You get a monthly call with us. You get to sit down, talk about your business, or if it's not about your business, about your plans to move forward. Whatever they are, we will help you gain those things. That Paul has his business. I have my own business. We both have worked for different brands. We both understand what brands need. And you may not be interested in that. You may not be interested in moving your career in that direction. You may want, maybe a stylist that wants to open your own salon. You may be a stylist that wants to break out your own and create your own brand. So we can help you with that too. So it isn't about just the business side, but it involves that as well. But it's giving you a clear idea about what you should be looking for and the things that maybe you wouldn't see, which is very often the case when people are blindsided. They get, oh, I didn't see that coming. Well, we've had, between us, had lots of those experiences, and we can just, be mindful of this or be careful of that and just give you a new view. But it will kind of accelerate your career, like putting a turbocharge on it, really.
Yeah, I mean, that is it in a nutshell, but I will condense it down so you can understand what you get from it. So basically, over-the-shoulder mentorship is a full-on mentorship where you have joined the Hustled VIP club, where we are that whisper in your ear. And hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle is probably one of our favorite quotes, because we're just trying to create this ethos of a lot of people can be talented, but if that talent doesn't actually work for it, they're not going to get anywhere close to you. So we've got your back 100% with this. And once a month, so you get a video call to make sure you're hitting your targets, killing those transformations and smashing the hell out of your craft. Access again to the Hustled Club. So we all get to be members of this Hustle Club together. So you guys in different levels can all mix and share your experiences. Again, a monthly trend newsletter, full access to our video library, live weekly events, participating in formulation guides, head sheets, mentorship, the video monthly call to stay on track, social media training. And then this is where we take you to the next level in regards to, if you do want to be, like Ian said, a business owner, salon owner, platform artist, educator, the salon social media guru, or the salon educator. That is all what we plan to bring to you guys. So
I'm just thinking, how many people are there sitting going, I want everything. I want it all. I want all those things.
But well, that's it. But we're going to be giving you it. So if there's any questions that you've got about it, pop it in the comments. We'll bring it up on screen and we'll chat about it. If you think, oh, that's something that's pretty cool, let us know. And if you have any questions regarding anything from the past week, pop it in and we'll do a little bit of a Q&A as well. But the hustled thing is a real passion of ours that we educate people, and we wanted to create a bit of a community like we're doing with the Live and Uncut. We wanted to create a bit of a community where we can really talk to you guys all week directly. And in the Facebook group, there's already a Instagram page. If you're going to have a look, it's Hustled, so HUSTL_ED. That's already live. And that's the thing. We just want to bring something to you guys where we can interact. We can help you if you want to be helped. If not, and you don't want to join it, no worries. Join us every Monday for Live and Uncut, because we will be talking hair trends and stuff anyway. But with the Hustled Club, it's just going to be so much more in depth.
And once lockdown's over, the gloves come off and it goes on to a whole new different level.
Yeah.
There's going to be, that's going to be like, that's what I can't wait for now, really, is because we will be having events. We will be having things where people can get involved. And so it's going to be like insane, I think. You know?
Oh, I mean, we can
sign me up.
Yeah. No,
where do they sign up, Paul?
So sign up at Patreon. So you go to www.patreon.com/hustled. So it's just HUSTLED, and that is it basically. You sign up there, join us on our journey. Louise, sounds fab. Thanks, Louise. Any more information, just let us know. But it is a real passion. Like, the biggest questions we get asked weekly in either DMs, messengers, live, is how do you become an educator? How do you become a platform artist? How do you get to become the salon go-to stylist? How do you get to become a business owner? How do you, like, all of this stuff that we have just got a full toolbox, basically, a full ammunition of everything. Like, we've done it and we're doing it. And this is why we get so excited about creating the community, to share it with all of you, because it's what we do.
Yeah, I think one of the things you're saying about being on the hustle daily is that very often, I don't know whether you get this as well, I'm sure you do, because most people do say, oh my God, you're so lucky. You're so lucky to be doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think people don't actually realize the amount of work and hustle you have to put into it to make things happen. And you have to be available. You have to be, on your game all of the time.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do, really, is like I've had so many shutdowns in my career, 40 years, and I've been shut down, a couple of times, like metaphorically, like just not making the cut for this, or I'm being disappointed in that. And if I turned away from each disappointment and just gave up, then I don't think I would have made the complete transition I have.
Yeah.
But I think without those learns, without those really painful things, then you will never kind of grow. But I know I've learned that that type of pain is temporary. Everything's temporary. The really good times are temporary. They soon go. The really bad times are temporary. And it's kind of finding the balance between the two and learning how to deal with them when they come, and learning that, it doesn't define you as a person. That whatever that thing is, even the success doesn't define you. But because success, you still have to grind, right? You still have to hustle on harder, because it can't be a continuous upward curve. At some point, it's going to plateau or go down. And then you have to think about reinvention. Then you have to think about how you're going to reinvigorate and reimagine your brand, your career, whatever that is. Sometimes it's going off in a different direction. Sometimes it's taking a sidestep here. And like I said, just creating that pivot in your career to then set you up to the next new thing for you, for where you'll find growth.
Definitely. And yeah, that's it. Basically, that's what we want to bring to you guys. And I mean, you see us every week. The enthusiasm that we have, and the lust for life, the excitement we have for the industry. Still, that we just want to be. We're givers, and we get sort of described as that quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we want to give more. Basically, we just want to keep on giving and helping whoever wants to, needs to, just level up. Just know that there is somebody here for you. And if there are times where like the whole anxiety creeps in, I know like Ian's got a YouTube channel called The Mindful Hairdresser. We talk about mental health quite a bit. If anxiety creeps in, if depression creeps in, if you've checked out my new video, imposter syndrome, if all of those factors are sort of building up and stopping you or limiting you from getting to that next level, then just know that there are people here to help you, and we're just offering you a way to do that.
Yeah, the imposter syndrome. We talked about that in the live back in the summer, didn't we? I think. Summer. And that was something that we had both experienced at certain times in our career, right?
Yeah, imposter syndrome is something that I went through with YouTube. So that's very recent. Hairdressing, I spoke about in my video again. I went through night school. I felt like I was on the back foot all the time. So I invested every minute of every day into not feeling like that, where somebody could potentially trip you up. And the thing with imposter syndrome is you've got this fear of somebody coming at you, saying you're fake, you're a phony, you can't do this. And the reason I felt like that was because I was a footballer. And when making that transition from footballer, from university, from a year out to completely different direction to hairdressing, people are like, see what Paul's doing? He's a hairdresser now. I didn't even know he could brush hair. Whereas that's where it all came from. And so just making sure that I leveled up my education every day and really invested in myself. But back then, there was nothing really. I was just having to learn as much as possible from YouTube or from magazines. Like I would have loved this opportunity to be sort of
mentored.
Yeah. To probably get there quicker. Yeah.
I think that, I was 30 before I found my first mentor, really.
Yeah.
And that was like, I'd spent 15 years in the industry by then. But then as soon as I found a mentor, God, it was such a game changer. It just did. And I didn't do it. It was, I put myself in the right place at the right time to gain a mentor. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a plan. I was just continuing my working hard, and I was making myself available. I think I told the story a couple of weeks ago about actually going there to do the job for free.
Yeah.
being there, and then creating your calling card so that you get noticed in a group of people, that you are the one they look at and say, this guy's got something different to everybody else. Using your initiative, doing your, being a little bit more savvy about how you use it. And now I know it. You can formalize it. Think, just do this, just do that. That's what's going to get you noticed. It's like when people ask about interviews, about sending your CV and those type of things. There's so many tricks you can use as an apprentice or an assistant where you don't have a job. And I guarantee you will get you noticed in an owner's mind. And it's so simple. I think that's the way I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got my mentor in Lee Stafford when I was 7 years ago.
You're lucky. That's
yeah, and that was down to awards. I think I spoke about this as well. Just putting myself into competitions, into awards to try and get noticed as something. And Lee presented the awards twice. He followed me on Twitter. I was following him. I tweeted him and said, would he come and educate in my salon for the day? He did. And then after that, he liked my vibe and the way I was going. And he said, oh, will you come and be one of my trainers for Lee Stafford Education 7 years ago? And he just become a mentor. Like he's taught me everything, basically. Stage presence, how to present yourself. And I'm working with him tomorrow. I've got a massive presentation with him tomorrow to 23 colleges. So I'll be live tomorrow for 23 colleges, training them or showing them a haircut. So I do all that as well, which is you don't really see because that's all private for college work. But again, we do CPD days. We do everything.
Yeah.
Not trying to say that we do everything, but we do. We do a lot.
Yeah, I think it's all this stuff that what people don't see. Like if you do a live like this, obviously we got time, salons are closed, and it's got time. So it's a treat for us, right? To put it out. But normally, even when the salon's closed, like I've been into the salon, I've already been organizing things. I've been organizing to get chemical cleaning done. I've had a full chemical clean, which is certified for 30 days. I want to make sure the salon's in the best place that we can open. I'm already having team meetings. I'm already looking at my figures and looking at how I can work the team. I'm ready to give them their feedback ready when we come back.
Yeah.
Organizing clients, organizing shifts. All of that we continue to do. So it's not like, you do have down moments. I just spend my time in the gym or not in the gym, in my home gym, like literally behind me, picking up the weights and just working out or going for a run or doing something to keep me active rather than sitting on the sofa.
Yeah.
I love that expression about, I see somebody, sometimes you see a person who's running and they they can be like quite overweight or they can be really out of shape and they run in and they just, they go in at your walking pace. And, I hear people criticize them, say, oh, look at that person. But actually, I always look at the other way and say, well, they're lapping everybody who's on the sofa.
Yeah.
And they're there and they're doing it. And I would champion those people over the naysayers and the people who criticize or the people who want to throw the kind of, just throw away comments, because that's only reflection of them sitting on the sofa. And, we talk about mental health and we talk about those things. And you've got to, I've worked with Anthony Robbins. I've done a couple of his courses and stuff. And, one of the things he says is motion creates emotion. And the more active you are, the more engaged you are, then, by movement and just getting your body active, then that's what creates all the emotion, the energy that you need. And I think that's what Hustled is going to be able to do, is get people to take action, get into motion, and then move forward. So I think that's what we want to do, right?
Definitely. So that is it. We've spoken about it for half an hour. If you want to know any more, you can message us. You can go and check it out. We'll probably just mention it again next week. And then we're going to go forward. But Ian's going to do a live haircut. We'll announce that. But yeah, should we just go through? Have you had any questions this week? We'll go through some Q&As.
Yeah. be questions. Please make there be questions.
Yeah. So get some questions in. There's a few people watching now, so just get some questions in about anything. We will bring them up on screen. I'm just going to go through mine, and there's a couple here from YouTube, and one of the ones was in the money piece video I just did. He said the effect is the effect and method is very simple but stunning. I noticed your model is set level 7 to 8, very warm. Could you use this technique on darker natural level 5, for example, using 40 volt? However, this could burn the scalp. Great video, thank you. So the money piece, to be honest,
could we rewind it? Did you say 40 volt?
Yeah. I mean, on a mannequin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But would you use 40 volt on a mannequin anyway? No. So, you know what? I don't even the colors. And I was listening to that. That's a pretty good question. I like this. I can see where this is going. I was like, what? 40 volt? Yeah. This alarm bell went off in my wrist brain somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, 40 volt would just disintegrate the hair. Lee's just joined, and I seen she did a look the other day, which was absolutely stunning. And I think she used 10 volt Blonde Life. Can you just confirm that, Lee? The look you did for your live, if it was 10 volt, I think the power of Joico's Blonde Life took it to like platinum. It was unreal. But just confirm that, and I'll bring it up on screen.
Back in the day, we used to use high lift with 60 volt.
Yeah, just madness.
What? What's that? No wonder hair was chewed on like chewing gum, you know.
Yeah, and then you permed it after.
Yeah.
But the technique, you can use it on literally any level. And if you want to go and see it, it's the previous video to this. It is, it's just a money piece. It's a really soft money piece, which I used freehand technique, softened up into the root. I used 20 volt Blonde Life, and I toned it with Joico's Quick Tone 5-minute Violet. And
could you use it on a base 5 and maybe go to 20 volt?
Yeah.
And then you'd use the toners and stuff, whatever toners you're using to kind of give you the control of the color, yeah?
Yeah, it just depends on hair condition. That is all we've got to think about. We've got to think about hair condition. How strong is the hair? Have we got to 4-step it, repair it? Have we got to defy damage it? I mean, 20 volt, 30 volt a push to get the real sort of pop. But yeah, it can be used on any level. The technique can be used on any level, any hair length. That was another question that came in. Could this be used on a shorter length? It could be used on any length, to be honest. It's just a freehand technique to give that sort of pop around the hairline. But yeah, Lee's just saying it was 10 volt with Blonde Life. If you want to go and check out her Instagram, if you want to plug it, Lee, just pop it in and I'll bring it up on screen. It was stunning. And I think Laura's just saying, on Emma's hair, it was so good. It just looked lovely. So I just wanted to highlight that. If any questions, guys, get them coming in. A little shout out to, if you're not already following Ian's YouTube channel, the Mindful Hairdresser, go and subscribe. Bruno, Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
He has joined.
He's smashing it already.
I know. Unbelievable. So if you on YouTube, just type in Bruno Mark Anthony, you'll see all their videos come up. Make sure you go and give them a subscribe, because what they've done is they created in the first lockdown, I think it was, a whole how-to portfolio, wasn't it?
Library of stuff, yeah.
And they were charging for it, but now they're just pumping it out on YouTube for free. So yeah, go and have a look and see what those guys are doing. It's amazing.
Some great guys with Dan and Alton, Marcus, Bruno, some really cool stuff on there.
Yeah. I'm just going.
They're a great company as well, aren't they, Mark Anthony? They really champion their people. They do look after them. They want them to succeed. You know, there you go. There's Lee. It's brilliant. And she's really, I like, we met on Lee and I met a long time ago on a day that I did. I think it was in Bristol or something, or around Western Supermare, maybe. And whoa, to see the growth on her now, she's like become unstoppable. Really, really amazing hairdresser, and doing some amazing stuff, you know, and like finding her own vibe. And I've been on one of her lives with her, and I'm sure we're going to get her on our group as well, on the Hustle group as well. Bruno, don't go over the top. He said, Bruno saying, don't go over the top, Ian. It is amazing.
I can't see these comments up on here, or else I'd bring them up.
I think it's on my feed, I think.
Is it?
I think Bruno is like, that is typical Bruno. Like, don't go over the top, because he's like super clever, super talented, and like does really work hard. Like, he hustles all the time. Him, Marcus, the rest of the guys are Mark Anthony, Alton, Dan Spiller. They work so hard, but no matter how big they get, I mean, they go to China and go to shows in front of 15, 20,000 people. And no matter how big they go, they are exactly the same. I knew Bruno from years ago, and he's still exactly the same. We have such a good laugh with him, and he's just normal, and he tells you as it is. He's honest, he's authentic, he's got loads of integrity. He would never stitch you up. He's a great bloke, so I really enjoy spending time with him. And now he's part of the team as well. It's even better, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I had a good chat with him. Well, I've had a few chats with him last week.
Yeah,
regarding
you mentored him. That's what you can do for people. That was you mentoring at your best.
Just getting them on YouTube and smashing it. Like I said, it's so, your first 100 subscribers is so difficult to get. And what's he on? 69, something like that. I seen this morning.
I think he's on more than that now, isn't he?
Let's just have a quick look.
I got a confession. I haven't been on my YouTube and I haven't subscribed to anybody. I need to do that today.
61, and he's been on it since Thursday, which is amazing.
I said, right, knowing Bruno a long time, he says yes. He said, when we had 6-packs, not beer barrels. And he has put on today that he's been really busy trying to get rid of his dad paunch, the old man, 50+ paunch. I know how he feels. It's painful.
I've got no excuse. I haven't even got any kids, but
he's got over 80 now, he says.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He'll have more than that this afternoon, because I'm jumping on and subscribing this afternoon. So
yeah. So again, we've hustled. What we're hoping to do is the hairdressing, UK hairdressing community as a whole. YouTube is very, very weak in the sense that there's not many that are doing it. You see all the Americans doing it. You see people all over the world doing it. But us, I don't know, we're a bit more reserved. We're a little bit imposter syndrome-esque a lot of the time, whereas we don't really want to put ourselves out there. And I know social media's caused a hell of a lot of stuff that's going on right now. But it's just, this is something that we can really help with, is understanding the ins and outs of it, basically your setup, what you need to do, how you need to do it, and really encourage your confidence in doing it. So trying to sign up. Thank you, Laura. Is that trying that you can't do it? Or if not, we will just send us a message and we'll get that sorted for you.
Is it possible to link on the screen?
It's not possible to link on the screen, no, but we can link down below afterwards. Or if you carry on talking, I can link below.
Like this. So yeah. So again, like I think once we get into this, we've already got a lot of interest anyway from people we know who want to join on. The ones that the overshow, as we said, is only going to be like 10 people to start off with, because it's going to take a lot of our time. You know, it will mean us sitting down and chatting to you about what you are with the goals and stuff and what you want, and then helping us. We will help you to try to drill those down and find out what is the most important thing right now for you and what's the best way for you to move. So they're the things that we want to move on. And the rest of it is kind of unlimited in its application, how we're going to use it. And it's as cheap as chips, I think. I would say it's so reasonable for a month subscription.
Yeah.
I think, Paul, do you want to talk about the subscription fees?
Yeah. So the Rising Star, £9.97. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cheaper than anything.
That's not even one coffee a week.
No, it's not. If you drink coffee, if it's not a couple of beers, is it?
I mean, even in my local coffee shop, a cup of tea is about £2.50.
Yeah,
it's not even that. One tea. Do you want to talk about the subscription fee?
Oh,
a cup of tea is about £2.50.
Yeah,
it's not even that.
Sorry.
rewinding. Yeah, it was so good. You said it twice.
No, I clicked onto YouTube to try and put the link in, but it won't let me just yet. So once we've done this, I'll pop it in. But yeah, the pricing was like all hairdressers. We always talk about pricing and how we don't want to put it up too high, or we don't want to do this. We really spoke about this at length last week, didn't we, Ian? About
almost a whole day, I suppose.
Yeah, we want to make it really affordable, something that you can really notice, and a price that would give you the motivation to check it out every week. Because if it was like £1, £2, you might sign up to it and then just not, or maybe not even think it's worth it, to be honest. Whereas because it is a value that we feel that it's a good amount that makes you want to log on and join the club.
Yeah, I think that I look at it as like a gym membership for your business or for your career, and it's going to give you far more value than your gym membership, because it's going to teach you how to earn money and teach you how to take a career, so that paying for a gym membership becomes even easier. That's the bottom line, really.
Well, we were saying that, weren't we? If like what we want to do basically is that fee that you're paying to join, we're going to be giving you, well, you're going to be earning that back tenfold because of what we're going to be showing you. So
it's not. So the second tier, Paul, what was that process?
Second tier, 1997.
Yeah, and the thing is about that, like we did talk about it for a while about saying, okay, we thought about putting it at the average cut and finish price, didn't we?
Yeah, of like £35.
One of the things that we knew that over time, within 12 weeks of subscribing, because you need the 12 week to set the measures, but within 12 weeks, you would definitely grow your personal turnover by over 10%. So you would gain so that means you would be gaining probably around an extra 5 or 6 clients per week.
Yeah.
And that would make a massive difference. So we were only asking for one cut and blow dry, but we said, no, we want to see how it goes. We want to give people the opportunity, and we want you, once you subscribe, to be our cheerleaders, to say how effective it is, how it's worked, so we wanted as many people sign up to that as possible. So that's why we then went below what national average for cut and blow dry is, and we've gone to 1997. So again, it's like one sandwich a week, if that, or a sandwich and a packet of crisps a week.
Yeah, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
You wouldn't get you 2 pints of lager down here now. 2 pints of lager is about a tenner. Yeah.
That's what's going to be everywhere, mate. Everywhere, like when we're going out, cocktails going to be. It's not going to be 2 for 10 anymore.
It's less than a £5 a week, and the value for that, you will earn like 10 times that in a week more.
Yeah. So if you've got targets in salon, we're basically this is how we run our businesses as well. We run them in 2 different methods, but we spoke about this last lockdown. I was interested in the way that Ian ran his commission structure, and then I sort of said, "Oh, can I see it?" And then I worked it out, and it's very similar to the way that I work it, but I work it as a bonus structure, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we work 2 different methods.
We were just asking, can we get him loads of stylists? Because he needs more stylists. Because he's got too many clients. Lucky sod. Yeah. No, I need stylists too at the moment, Bruno. I'm with you, and I'm on a recruitment drive. I need at least 2 or 3 assistants, and I need at least 2 stylists to come and join the team. So that's my next thing. My next hustle is to start building the team and start, because like you, we've got like a lot of clients at the moment, and I think that's been good for what we're doing and how we are doing things, and that my team are doing fantastic things, and they create a real buzz around the brand. So really happy with that, and that's why I'm looking for the same. So yeah, I got loads of clients. So yeah, we've got a lot of clients that we need servicing too, with more stylists. So that'd be great.
Little plug.
Yeah. So
why not?
Why not? Yeah, get on LinkedIn, get on Indeed or whatever. You sent me to Indeed, didn't you?
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about this morning with Indeed. I think an advert come on the radio as I was driving about Indeed, and I never thought about using Indeed at all. So this is, if any of you guys are looking for stylists, I always just went through the social media route. But last was it? No, yeah, last lockdown, just after, I put an advert on Indeed for the 2 areas what I was looking for, and I was inundated. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was only for like office jobs or that sort of work. Inundated with hairdressers. So if you are looking for people, jump on Indeed. I was very skeptical, and I will definitely, when I need stylists again, I'll jump on Indeed.
Yeah, worked there.
Yeah.
You recruited like 4 or 5 people from there, right?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. So really, really good. Then we had some stylists come just from word of mouth, but yeah, let's just get back open. Let's get back open and do some hair.
People are saying, Indeed, I've never heard of it. You know, it's a big thing. It is. I've used it. It was very good. I got a lot of inquiries.
Yeah.
But they just weren't the level I wanted at the time. To be honest, I needed to be a bit more senior. But I did get a lot of leads on it, and it was definitely an eye opener. I never thought a platform like that would give me as many interest.
It's definitely a like a CV builder for a business, isn't it? Like I've got lots of CVs on account in my office that if ever I need to, I can just turn to those. But Laura's just said she had some success with Indeed too. Pretty good.
And Bruno's saying, can they speak?
Can they speak? Yes. Yes, they can speak.
I think he's wondering that there's maybe a lot of non-English speaking people, maybe. I don't know.
No, although I did get a couple. I got a guy who was adamant he was going to come and move from Portugal to come and work in Kettering. I said, mate, stay in Portugal. No, like the weather coming from Portugal, but he just wanted to learn, and that is in his CV. He was saying like he just wants to learn from UK hairdressers because we are very high level, aren't we? So.
And I think that's where the power is for us at the moment, that we have such a reputation throughout the industry across the world about how everybody looks to the UK. Even our American friends still look to the UK to see what the UK is doing. Really, even though they know how to sell it, we are still in the process of learning how to sell it, like you said, with YouTube and with social medias. And I think that's why they get a drop on us. They are far better at promoting themselves than we are. But that's something, again, the imposter syndrome creeps in. We think, oh, what are people going to say about me? How are they going to respond? Think I'm being a bit ahead of myself or something?
Well, this is what I'm just about to tell you. So my YouTube channel, where I aim it in the UK, because I promote it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and my audience is 32% America.
Yeah.
So 32% America, I have 8% UK, I have 6% India, I have 5% Canada, I have 4% the Philippines. And that's the top 5 geographical places that are watching my channel at the minute. Yeah, amazing. When you get really deep into your analytics about who is actually watching you, you don't actually know who's watching you. And this is why we've hustled that we can make this platform an avenue where we can spotlight you and highlight you. And help you along the way to get noticed, because that's one of the things I've noticed with social media. You just have not got any idea who is watching you, when, and what they're potentially got in mind for you, because they could be looking for the next big star to go and work out in Dubai, America, India, China, anywhere.
Yeah.
And they're scouting through YouTube, and the best thing about YouTube, I know, so like you got Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, which are all mega crazy at the minute, and YouTube just doesn't seem to ignite as much excitement in some people, and I don't really understand why. But people really get a flavor of your ability to basically present yourself on a TV show, is the way that I sort of understand it. Because if you're putting out a 10-minute video, 20-minute, hour video every week, and people can see how you can talk on camera, if you can edit or lighting, and how good you look. Whereas Instagram, it's all filters, it's all that's going on that way. YouTube is very raw if you look at it.
Yeah, I usually did that post yesterday on Instagram about the blonde.
Yeah.
And and I really, and Lisa and I, my fiance, we spoke with last night. She's got her own YouTube channel. She actually had 2,000 followers last night. Yeah, 2,000.
Amazing.
So She has a meditation, mindfulness channel. She's a GP by trade, but that's where a lot of her audience is. She has a lot of UK and American though, so she's again probably equal there. But we were talking about your post, actually, the Instagram post, and talking about, we talked about last week, the difference between education and influencers. Yeah. And I really, really, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, and I'm looking at influencers on social media, the more I think that the trap door is almost about to open on influencers. I just think they're losing their popularity because they don't make people, or I'm generalizing, obviously, but generally most influencers don't make people feel better about themselves. Having gone and see, you just feel what you haven't got. You feel lack. You get like jealous or frustrated with your own life. And I think that leads to this kind of tsunami of mental health we're having at the moment with young people from like 13, 14, right up to 30, where they just look at those things and they believe they're real life, and it isn't real life. But trying to explain that and get them to understand that is different. As some people are, the way they look at their socials is different. But I think where education, you should come off an education plan feeling better, feeling empowered, feeling like much stronger and happier about yourself, and knowing that you've got the skills and the learning to go forward and do something even better than you're already doing. And that's what we want from the Hustle platform.
Definitely. That is it. But the post I put up yesterday on social media was it was more like an observation. It was just to highlight the fact that ring lights, softboxes, filters, editing, when people are bringing in these pictures of super blonde hair or really, really shiny, healthy brunette hair, and it's all filtered, and it's just this picture I put two. One was directly in front of a light, and the other one was a little bit angled, a little bit away from the light. One was platinum white, the other one was a little bit murky yellow. It was the same shoot, same person, same hair. It was just edited different. So it's just a case of inspirations. What am I trying to say? What did I say yesterday? Unrealistic inspirations.
And the expectations are raised beyond then, because people want that. They can't. It can be done, but it does done over time. It's done correctly. It's done with integrity. It's done authentically. It's done properly.
Yeah.
One last thing, we haven't talked about the VIP, over the shoulder education costs.
Okay. So cost of over the shoulder mentorship is $59.97, and that is basically the Hustle Club VIP, where we give you our all. It's basically you have access to everything.
Yeah, and it's limited, right?
Yeah, it's limited to 10 people. So we spoke about that, and the reason we want to limit it is because there's so much information we want to convey to you. We want to give you as much time as possible. There is scope to be able to open it up to more people, but let's just get 10 people on board, work with you guys, and then we could potentially introduce some more. But we feel that we've just got 10's quite a nice number to be able to give you the attention that you want, isn't it, Ian? That's what it was down to.
Is that we don't want just a bunch of people just to blurb at. We actually want to get to know people, build a relationship with you, and then mentor you that way and go through the process with us. And we'll help you wherever we can. I think that, we both mentor. Well, I've got a few clients who I mentor personally, and I've got a new client from Canada last week, and I think I mentioned her briefly. She got 117,000 followers on Instagram, but her business wasn't where she wanted to be, and she didn't know how to create she was great at creating content, but didn't know how that translated into a business. Even though she's busy, she didn't know how to kind of get the team engaged and get her team working. And, there was a big disconnect. And just talking about through the things, she's kind of like, oh my God, it's just, I only have to do that. I only have to. So she's now seen the value in her team.
Yeah.
She's hit this huge saturation level. Bruno saying about this, he said, Yeah, I took the blonde cut off YouTube because blondes look great, but some lights they looked yellow. So on his own YouTube channel, it's the same. The blondes, they just reflect light differently. Sometimes they absorb it and they create to make it yellowy. So reflect it look lighter. Depends, isn't it? Very much on what it looks like.
Yeah, blonde is such a massive subject, and this is why I've created my course, Barista Artista, little plug, for brunettes, because I don't feel there's enough courses out there to really embrace the brunette. And talking the brunette, I'm talking about like warmer brunettes, cool brunettes. So it's a real sort of there's like into the coppery tones, but into really like the flattened off browns. Because it is all about blondes, and I think brunettes feel like they get a little bit left out for inspirations. But blondes, I mean, we could do a Q&A next Monday, get everyone back ready for the salon if you want. We could do it on formulations. We could do it on different things. Just let us know, and it's something that we can bring to you. But we want to talk about the live with the haircut, don't we? So we want to sort of determine a date and stuff like that.
Tuesday, I thought next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Defo.
We'll do it on Live and Uncut.
Live and Uncut.
And then we can talk more about the hustle stuff if people want to know. But
give you the flavour.
Give you some flavour, yeah.
Give you the flavour, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, it'll be a nice. I think I just need to know what people want to see. Do they want to see long? Do they want to see short? Do they want to see like intermediate hair? What kind of things they want to see? And I think I'll do the haircut. We'll plan it together, and then the following week you can do your colour. Cool.
Perfect. Yeah, and then you guys let us know what colour you want to see. If you want to see a really cool blonde, if you want to see a brunette, then just let us know and we can or a copper. Don't forget the coppers, the reds, they're still big. So yeah. But Laura
needs to be VIP, simple, bosh.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a conversation with Laura last week. I speak to Laura regularly anyway, but yeah, I think that the way her business is going, she needs the over-shoulder VIP because I think there's huge potential in what she's doing, and she's doing phenomenal anyway. And she has Laura Baker with her as well, and they're a great double act. And I think they have unlimited potential. And we were talking about that last week. So for us to really help, I think, and give her the best value, I think if she did the VIP package, she would be fine. And she had Laura to do like even Laura's not quite qualified yet. Her work is fantastic, and she should go on to the Salon Superstar because she's ready for it.
Yeah.
What I would say, if I'm being honest.
Cool. Yeah. If anybody wants any help on what bracket to choose, just let us know. Let us know a little bit about you, your business, or the direction you want to go, and then we can help you on that journey.
And Bruno's making comments about interaction, about the percentage of interaction, how much of it is fake, how much is real, and it's about engagement. I think interactions, likes is one thing, but actually real engagement where you've got maybe one post. Like I've only got two. Like I think Bruno's got 6,500 followers. I got 2,500 followers. You've got like 10, 12,000.
Nah, 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, 7 something.
So you've got that, but I would say that like a post can get maybe 50 likes, but I might get 30, 40 comments, and I maybe, but then I've gone on to other platforms and see people like 70,000 followers, and they get 10 comments.
Yeah,
is a difference between engagement and likes, I suppose. And real engagement is comments and being provocative and getting people to comment and getting people to engage with you. And I think you haven't got to have. I listened to a guy called James Wedmore, and he had a guy who's a multi-millionaire business. They have 2,500 people following them on Instagram, but from Instagram alone, they were making 6-figure sales.
Wow.
And he was getting people messaging him on Instagram to say, hey, we can lift your followers and we can do this. And he said, well, it's not about followers for me. It's about the sales. And he's created 6-figure sales. And about the engagement he's getting. So there's a big thing about, now, and again, it's going now where I think the bottom's falling out the influencer market. Is about if you're educating and you're adding a value, doesn't really matter how many followers you got, you could have 150 and you can create value and create more engagement and get more back from that 150 than the influencers with 100,000 aren't getting back, because loads of influencers are broke. They get no money. They get freebies. They get freebie here and a freebie there, but they ain't got no money. They're not making money out of it. It's just maybe they get a holiday. They might get this, which is nice, but you can't live on that type of stuff. You have to have a source of income to make that. So I'm about the income and the real money. I'm about the kind of I'm not about the show. I'm about the dough. So keep the show, give me the dough. That's what I want.
Yeah, and this is why they make their own businesses on the back of it, isn't it? They create that following, and like you say, they don't get paid. They get probably free accommodation, free flight, probably a free jug of pina colada. But then they start creating their own brand clothing. They might get a little kickback on codes, but nothing major.
No, like I say, there's enter this code, and they probably get like 15-20% of the code. But then you got people like influencers. They can't sell what they were saying on this podcast. Was like they can't sell a $15 T-shirt.
Yeah.
They got their own brand and they can't sell it.
Yeah,
because nobody's connected to them. They just like them. They just it's wallpaper. They just like what they are. But you get this guy, literally 2,500 followers, and he creates six-figure sums every year out of it, and he's a multi-millionaire businessman. But that's what his business is about. So it's a great podcast. James Wedmore, his podcast. James Wedmore is one of my favorite podcasters, I think, and it's called Mind Your Own Business Podcast, and it's. I mean, he's got loads of people, but James Wedmore's, and I think it's number 439 or 489 is the podcast, or 389. 389. It's 389. It's 389. It's number 389 is the one. I love it. No, those are the podcasts, and it's brilliant.
Cool. I'll have a listen.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So if there's no more questions, we've been on an hour. Flown by today again. We'll be back. So next Tuesday, Ian's gonna do a haircut live for.
Oh my God, the pressure already.
The pressure.
What do you want to see? Send some comments. Let us know what you want to see.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below on this video, because the live chat will disappear. Let us know below, and then we can put a bit of a plan together. Because if Ian's cutting all the hair off, I need to come up with a short color, and if he's cutting it long, I need to come up with another color. So yeah. It'd be cool.
Yeah, we decided.
Yeah. But we'll be back next Monday, so we can also talk about it next Monday. And then we'll do it next Tuesday. Looking forward to it.
Cheers, dude.
All right. Good to see you.
Hustled is launched. Yes. St. David's Day. I'll never forget this St. David's Day.
Yeah. 1st of March, it's launched. And we've got a story. We won't go into it now. We're going to finish. But there's, like we were talking about last week, what I'd sort of put on Instagram.
Yeah, massive, unbelievable, right?
Yeah, weird. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next week. I want to keep the length clients. Cool.
Can do that.
Yeah, I think really mix it up a bit. I think give that client who wants to keep it long, doesn't want anything. But I think do something popping.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.